Hello and welcome to episode 11 of the McDuffie Minute Podcast, the place where you can find out everything you need to know about the governments of McDuffie County, Thompson, Daring, the school system, and all points in between. I'm one of your hosts, Christopher Wells.
And I'm Jason Smith. School may be out, but on this episode of the McDuffie Minute, we're going to find out just how important it is for kids to continue learning throughout the summer. Now, I know this is probably not going to be the most popular topic for some younger listeners, but it really does matter. Our guests will tell us what parents can do to facilitate that process, not just during the summer, but all year round. We'll also find out what programs the school system has going between school years. To do that, we are joined by the school system's Family Engagement Liaison, Anita Cummings. Thank you for joining us.
Indeed, it's a pleasure to be with you today. I'm so excited. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're so glad you're able to be with us today. I want to ask you a couple of questions. I know most people are familiar with you. They should know you by now. You've had different roles in the school system throughout the years, and you've been very involved with the community. Just in case, though, if there's anybody out there who doesn't know you, can you introduce yourself to our listeners to make sure everybody's caught up?
Gladly. My name is Anita Cummings, and I have been in Thompson since 1986. I have worked in our school system for 38 years, and 37 of those years have been right here in the lovely McDuffie County. I worked at the middle school when it was Norris Middle School, Thompson Elementary, and I closed out my years before I retired at Thompson McDuffie Middle School. Now I am so enjoying serving the community in a different capacity. I serve and worship at Mount Pleasant Missionary Baptist Church, and I just try to participate in everything this county has to offer.
I know part of your job is to help parents get involved with their children's education and make sure they have access to those certain resources that they may need to make that happen. What can you tell us about how you go about doing that during the school year and maybe some other things that you do on your job as the liaison?
I absolutely enjoy my job and feel blessed to be able to serve this community in this capacity. My title falls under the umbrella of curriculum and instruction, and that's headed by our director, Dr. Lynn Cato. And my primary responsibility is to ensure that Title I Part A of the Every Student Succeeds Act, parent and family engagement requirements, are met with meaningful and strategic actions to build parent and staff capacity. Now, the ultimate goal is to improve student academic achievement and create overall effective family, school, and community partnership to support learning and the whole child development. Now, the favorite part of my job is when I see former students who are now parents, and I get to work with former students who are now parents on parenting skills, not just those academic skills. So what do I do during the school year? When I work with parents, I go to individual schools. And I absolutely love going to individual schools. When I was employed, I only had to stay at one school unless I was a parent, serve as a parent on a board at another school. So it delights me when I can go to the elementary schools and the middle schools because those are our Title I schools in the county. And here, this is what we do. During the fall, parents, you take a survey, and it's very, very important that you participate in the survey. We get results from those surveys, and we customize for each school, based on those parents' results, the workshop for each individual schools. And some of the things that we have talked about in the past, of course, math and reading is always at the top, but some parents are interested in how to navigate through the school, who to ask for what, so that they can better assist their child be successful during the school year. We talk about how to do homework, how to manage homework. I love make it, take it workshops. So at the elementary level, a lot of times we do some hands-on activities with make it, take it workshops. So our parents and families will have something to take home with them so they can continue that practice with their child once their child comes home. We just finished standardized testing, so we talk about standardized testing a lot, tips for parents, how to read those results. talk about computer usage, talk about how behavior can affect academic growth and academic progress and process. So again, I want to emphasize to all of our parents, please make sure each and every time we send out a survey that you participate, because we want to hear from you and customize our workshops so that they can benefit your needs. So in short, whatever our parents need and want to help their child become successful, that's what we try to do and try to provide. I must say, doing anything with math has to be my favorite workshops to do.
Well, as the husband of a math teacher, I completely appreciate the glory of math. Not that I understand a bit of it, but I do appreciate the efforts y'all put into helping parents stay prepared for their students. Now, I know you're heading into summer. That's 8 weeks of kids not being in class. And, I know there's a bit of learning loss that happens over the summer. So can you talk to us, those of us who are non-educators and have zero math skills, why that learning loss does take place, and what are some of the things parents can do to prevent that loss and make sure that their students are the most prepared they can be when Thompson starts back schools in the fall?
I'm sure you've heard this old saying, if you don't use it, you lose it. And that's what we call the summer slide. The summer slide is just a tendency for students to lose some of their academic gain that they made during the previous school year. And we definitely don't want that to happen. So the summer slide is called academic learning loss. It's important to remember that the skills, especially the skills that our young children are learning, that they're still being developed. So they're not second nature yet. And that means that they need consistent practice, even if it's just for a little while each and every day. Now, some people might think it's not important, it's just the summer. Some people count it as just 8 weeks. But this is what research tells us. 2 months of reading skills and 2.5 months of math skills are lost over a single summer. That means if you do absolutely nothing with your children that pertains to reading and math, that's why it's called a summer slide. Mm-hmm. We do not want to slide back. Think about this as well. Combined over the years, by the time a student reaches middle school, they lost the equivalent of 2 years of learning. Wow. Due to the summer slide. Now, I don't know about you, but I definitely cannot afford to lose 2 years of learning. On the website I saw, and this was the sheknows.com website, it stated that on average, students lose about 20% of their reading gain and about 27% of their math gains, especially if we do absolutely nothing. So it's important that we do something. This is some good news. Maintaining a large book collection at home has a bigger impact on kids' reading and education than the household income. So we need to get some books, not just in, I'm sure you have books in your home, and I know you have books in your home, and there are definitely books in my home. Part of our mission is to make sure that we have books in everybody's home. And if you can remember back in October when we did the Halloween giveaway right here on Railroad Street, McDuffie County, we gave out books because we want to make sure that all of our students have books in their home. That's the good news, that you can just have books in your home. Here's the not so good news. When students return, and if we have experienced the summer slide, it can take teachers anywhere from 4 to 8 weeks to get students back to where they were when they left us in May.
So instead of starting out the year, moving forward, they are trying to catch up, trying to play catch up.
And that's exactly what we call it,
right.
Trying to catch up. Our school year is so packed with what we need to do for that current year that it's difficult to go back and help them remember, retain, recall those skills that they learned the previous year. So we need parents, we need families as our partners to make sure that they do something over the summer with their children.
So you mentioned some general things parents can do, making sure their kids are, staying mentally active during the summer and reading and having books ready and that sort of thing. But I know the school system has several programs available over the summer too. Can you tell us a little bit about those and, especially targeting some of the younger kids who are getting ready to start school for the first time, maybe some of those who maybe have had some of those first-time struggles this year and are coming back to school, and just making sure that they are staying absolutely above par as they can, and what some of those programs are.
Talking about that, Jason, really, really gets me excited. And before I go into talking about some specifics that McDuffie County schools will have to offer, I want parents to just jot these 4 things down. If you just do these 4 things this summer, then you will definitely help us prevent the summer slide. And as parents and guardians and families and caring adults, don't want to give you a long list of things to do. But if I had to summarize something that you could do to help prevent the summer slide, I want you to keep them reading. Keep them reading. Give them a choice of what to read, and visit McDuffie County, our public library. Hang on to those math facts. Make everything you can when you're driving. Try to multiply the numbers in the tag. Make everything that you can dealing with numbers to keep those basic facts in their forefront. And make time for smart play. Do some puzzles, do some games. You can use technology, but set technology down every now and then and do some fun games to help build up those social interaction skills. And finally, I want you to get out of the house. Take time to get out of the house. If you have not just toured Thompson, I'm not saying get out of McDuffie County, because you can stay here and do a vacation. There's so much to do, and there is so much to see. And if you keep thinking, what is in Thompson? Well, let me tell you a few things that's in Thompson, Georgia. For McDuffie County School System, a few months ago, we gave every elementary child in our county this social skills kit. And I cannot stop talking about this social skills kit. Maybe because it deals with social skills, and I know that we need to increase and enhance our children's social skills, because social skills will definitely serve them throughout their entire lives. This kit focuses on communication and collaboration. They are a great way to encourage kids to practice social skills by offering fun. It is summer, so it is fun activity starters and challenges that involve social interaction. Don't know about you, but sometimes I feel that we're losing that social interaction with our children. You can look around and everyone is on their device and nobody is communicating with each other. And I do believe there are some good in social media and those devices. Let's put it down and start talking to our children. In this kit, it has a 24-page adult guide with English and Spanish, a social skill practice calendar, a fidget spinner that our children loves, a breathing exercise, a coloring activity book and log, and multiple hands-on tools and activities that parents and adults can do with their children. Next, we have this Rising Kindergarten Summer Transition Program, which is absolutely wonderful. And I have seen that in work. And that targets children, our young children, like you said, Jason, target our young children, maybe who did not attend pre-K. And these students will receive instructions for 23 days. Think about that impact when we talk about those kids being out for the summer and they get to come into our schools. And we have certified instructors to teach them for 23 days. Those kids will definitely not have the summer slide. They might have the summer scoot up, but they won't have the summer slide back. A bonus to that is we will give these children breakfast and lunch through our Seamless Summer Meals program. And you will be hearing more about our seamless summer meals program through all of our media networks in our county. And before school is out, I'm sure we will send something home with our boys and girls. What's great to me about this Rising Kindergartner Summer Transition Program is at the end of the summer, guess what we will send home with our boys and girls? Some books.
All right.
Of course,
More
we're
books.
trying to get some books into their homes. So they will receive some great books and some reading information. Some things maybe they can do on their own, but we want those loving, caring adults, whether it's older siblings, we want them to start interacting with our pre-K and our younger elementary students to make sure that they retain those skills that they have already developed or started to develop. Welcome to Kindergarten packets will be given to those who will be going to kindergarten, and it's just skills to get our children ready for kindergarten. And again, those packets will be packed with activities you can do at home this summer that also includes life skills. We have our county library, and they have stuff for children and for adults. So visit their website. We try to partner with them again to do some fun activities. So participate in those activities. I think this year they have storytelling, virtual reality games, some arts and crafts, movies, absolutely great speakers. And I do believe they're going to have some STEAM activities and more. So stop by there. Now, I know we're talking about what our school can do and what our school can offer, but being that this is McDuffie County, we try to be inclusive and participate in anything that everybody in our county is offering. So we encourage you that if your child fits the age to participate in the Watson Brown, the Hickory Hill camps that they offer for upper elementary, for middle school, and even for high school students. We have something for them. They have a camp that's called Dig History, and I guarantee you, anybody who participate in that will have some fun. Don't forget, we have our wonderful YMCA. I am so glad that that's here and up so our children can get some physical activities as well. For parents who need some help and some assistance, we have our Boys and Girls Club. We work well with our Thompson McDuffie Rec Department, who always offer great activities for our boys and for our girls. And even our McDuffie Environmental Educational Center will have some activities this summer. That's called our MEEC. They do some boating and some camping, canoeing, some hiking, some hunting, some lake and some fishing. Remember, I told you earlier, get out of the house. You can go to MEEC and have a blast with your boys and girls. A few of my local things that I like to do, Mac on Main, that art gallery, yes. I'm telling you, we have so much to offer here. Our local museum is filled rich with history, so feel free to stop by there. And I'm talking about some of these things are absolutely free. It costs you absolutely nothing. And if you live close enough in town, you can even walk to some of these places. We got some fun stuff coming up. We have the Juneteenth celebration coming up, and I know that I will see a lot of boys and girls there. Our Freedom Blast is always a lot of fun, and I can't wait for the farmers markets to start so we can encourage all families to continue to eat healthy. Another great place, don't know, and these are my last two places I'm going to mention besides our parks. Don't know if you've been to White Hills Farm, the Lavender Farm. If you have not been there, please explore that and get some education about lavender and herbs. And then the Hillcrest Farm. I went there and it absolutely blew my mind. Went on a field trip with some children, and it's the first robotic dairy farm in Georgia. Yep. So we got people coming all over to our area. So there's no need for us to try to leave this place when we have so much to offer here. parents, family, guardians, just to remember that learning can be fun, learning should be fun. During the summertime, just try to maximize your learning. If you're going near our parks, Mistletoe, Elijah Clark, Amity, Clark Hill, just remember to practice water safety because we do want everyone to be safe. Now, I could go on and on and on because I love McDuffie County and we have so much to offer. So get out the house, put those books in the house, and just enjoy your summer. Be safe.
The tourism department just called and they want to know if you need a part-time job with them.
That's exactly right.
I love it. We have so much to offer. As a matter of fact, last night I was at Wrightsboro, the historic church. We did our Youth Leadership McDuffie graduation celebration, and people did not want to leave. What a beautiful area and a beautiful site and a beautiful drive. When I tell you, we have a lot to offer in McDuffie County, and it's rich with history. Just make learning fun. Go on a field trip. Go on a personal field trip.
Thank you so much, Ms. Cummings, for joining us on this episode of McDuffie Minute, for doing all those things that you do and mentioning all those great opportunities for parents and students. Thank you so much for helping build our future through the youth of this county.
Thank you so much again for having me. And to serve in this capacity has been quite an experience, and I'm so glad that God sent me this way.
All right. Thanks to all our listeners for logging on and tuning in. As always, we hope you continue to find ways to get involved with something good happening right here at home. By doing so, you can help make your community a reflection of you.
So that's all for this 11th episode of the McDuffie Minute. When you get a chance, take a minute, use it before you lose it, and learn a little bit about McDuffie County. And while you're at it, see if you can help your student on a path to a summer scoot up.